Marcus Roll. German bodybuilding legend Marcus Roll got into the sport at the age of 18 when a doctor recommended strength training after he sustained a knee injury playing soccer. Fast forward 5 years later, and Roll turned pro after training 6 days a week and adopting a heavy diet of supplements, including insulin human growth hormone, HGH. The result has been a cartoonishly strong physique, albeit one with an oddly protruding beer gut. The gut, also known as stomach distension, is also a product of all the supplements taken, particularly growth hormone, that grows more than just your muscles. Candace Armstrong. When we think of the many typically understood symptoms of steroid abuse, we may consider dramatic muscular enhancement and terrible acne, but gender transformation isn't often high on that list. But that's exactly what happened to London barmaid Candace Armstrong, a once slender blonde whose anabolic steroid consumption turned her into a hulking brunette. In addition to excessive body hair, the steroids actually caused her clitoris to swell to the point of becoming a micro-penis. Oddly enough, she has embraced her new body, even doing occasional drag shows, and she has no plans to halt her steroid intake. Greg Valentino. Greg Valentino made a name for himself in bodybuilding, even entering the Guinness World Book of Records for having the world's largest biceps. In constantly striving for bigger, better, and stronger, however, Valentino supplemented his intense workouts with negligent steroid use and little regard for sterility and cleanliness. Sure enough, one of his biceps got infected and actually blew up on account of the pus built up inside. After failing in an attempt to drain the pus by himself, on a TLC reality program no less, he wound up in the emergency room, where doctors were forced to cut out his biceps. He was later arrested on charges of drug abuse and distribution. Branch Warren. They call Branch Warren the Quadrosaurus, which isn't a surprise when you look at his massive legs. His name is Branch, and he seems to be walking on actual tree trunks. Of course, the 2011 and 2012 Arnold Classic winner hasn't gotten there entirely on his own. Warren's alleged steroid cycle includes a high intake of Dianabol, a preferred steroid to add quick bulk and size, and Sustanaton, which is a common testosterone base. No matter how hard you work out, possessing 30-inch thighs and a 58-inch chest as Warren does simply is not natural. Noah Steer. A bodybuilding environment brings a whole different kind of normal, but even among bodybuilders, Noah Steer is considered the biggest. Steer doesn't merely boast a frighteningly chiseled frame, but his rippling muscles lie across a 6-foot 6-inch body, making him stand out even at bodybuilding events and expos. Steer is known as Bigfoot on the circuit, both for his massive 350-pound body and an elusiveness that makes him a rare sight at bodybuilding events these days. Another clear indication of steroid use is Steer's head, which is comparatively small atop his broad-shouldered frame. Dennis James. When he was at his peak rippled physique, Dennis the Menace James was 260 pounds of bulging biceps, tree trunk legs, and impossibly broad shoulders and chest. While the 5'8" German is still unquestionably large, a 2004 arrest in Thailand for possession of human growth hormone and 18 tablets of ecstasy highlight that it was more than merely dumbbells that were contributing to his form. The fact that James never finished better than 4th at the Mr. Olympia competition, he has announced that he intends to retire in 2017, indicates the International Federation of Bodybuilding's gradual de-emphasis of jacked up muscleheads. Greg Kovacs. Normal humans simply don't weigh 400 pounds, a weight that is typically reserved for sumo wrestlers and maybe the odd WWE superstar. In his prime, in the off-season anyway, Greg Kovacs weighed in as high as 420 pounds, primarily because of his 25-inch arms and a 70-inch chest and colossal 35-inch legs, all as a part of his 6'4" frame. Those measurements would take their toll on Kovacs, who died of heart failure in late 2013, just a few weeks shy of his 45th birthday. Prior to his death, his life had taken a dark turn, having been charged with extortion of a nutrition supplement store owner in 2010. Jay Cutler. IFBB bodybuilder and 4-time Mr. Olympia Jay Cutler looks nothing like his NFL quarterback namesake. Only one Jay Cutler boasts a 58-inch chest, 22.5-inch arms, 19.5-inch neck, and an off-season weight of 310 pounds. The bodybuilding Cutler has faced years of suspension surrounding heavy steroid abuse based on a positive test for banned diuretics in the 2001 Mr. Olympia competition that was later overturned. His steroid cycle reportedly includes large quantities of HGH, anadrol, and decadurabolin, making his physique anything but natural. Andreas Munzer. An avid Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, fellow Austrian Andreas Munzer opted to follow in his hero's footsteps and become a professional bodybuilder. Munzer came to be known for his extremely low percentage of body fat. In 1996, just months after meeting Schwarzenegger, Munzer was admitted to the hospital with internal bleeding in his stomach. When doctors decided to operate, his liver and kidneys failed, and he ultimately died of dystrophic multiple organ failure at the age of 31. An autopsy later revealed a tumor-filled liver, a fatal lack of subcutaneous fat, an enlarged heart, and traces of 20 different drugs in his system. Ronnie Coleman. One common side effect of anabolic steroid abuse is a condition known as gynecomastia, wherein exogenous testosterone brought on by the drugs enter the body and convert into estrogen, leading to the development of breasts. This condition, which is commonly known as bitch tits, can befall men, as it did with decorated professional bodybuilding star and 8-time Mr. Olympia champion Ronnie Coleman. If you're going to refer to Coleman's bitch tits in the presence of this jacked 51-year-old, we recommend that you do so at your own peril. We hope you enjoyed this video of insane muscleheads. Here's some other videos that we think you might like, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button or Ronnie Coleman's gonna get ya. Thanks.